Welcome back to the MyLatinLife podcast. Since 2014, MyLatinLife has been your trusted guide to traveling and living in Latin America. Our guest today is Brandon Peda. He's a coach, digital nomad, and host of MachuPicchuRetreat.org. How's it going, Brandon?
Yo, Vance, it's going good, man. It's good to be here, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still a little groggy waking up. I got my coffee, but tell me a little bit about, we were talking offline, you're a coach, and people go, oh my God, a coach, not another coach. But I think what you do is actually kind of cool. So, and we were just kind of digging in a little bit offline. So body movements and all this stuff that's kind of actually becoming relevant for me in my 30s now that I get a bad back every time I play soccer.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, man, I started coaching maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. It was a classic fitness and nutrition coach, pretty much just helping people like gain strength, lose fat, put on muscle, all this like type of regular stuff. Um, but recently I've started diving into like primal movement coaching. So essentially, like what primal movement is the whole point of it is to help you kind of like reclaim natural movement patterns. It's a lot of like kind of functionality and mobility work. It's a lot less of like just putting up like strength and heavy weight in the gym, so that essentially like you're aligning your body, making sure there's no more like muscle imbalances or overcompensation. Because a lot of the times, like so many people in the world now have lower back pain, they have knee problems, like you just alluded to. As you get like older, you have to think about this stuff more. People have arthritis, like they can't, like they're just kind of in pain, aching in pain, like walking around through the day, especially because they're sitting for.
I'm looking it up on Grok. So the core primal movement pattern, 7 foundational patterns. Do you want to line? Do you know them off the top of your head?
This I'm not sure if
Seven
I do.
foundational patterns. Here, okay, I'll hit you with it.
Okay, yeah.
Um, Squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, twist slash rotate, and gait.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I would say even it's like a lot of it's coming back to the most basic movements. For example, like crawling, like walking, running, and climbing. Like these type of things, like the actual movements that people need to like move through life to like survive and like feel good. Because think about it this way, like again, man, I've been bodybuilding um pretty much for like 15 years, and like I put on a ton of mass and I was lifting a shit ton of weight, helping other people to do it too. And I had the size, and like, yeah, you do it like for the aesthetic, whatever, but I didn't feel like actual functional in my
Yeah,
body where it really translated to my everyday life and the things
you
that
can
I
definitely
wanted to do.
become like very low mobility if you only work out, do like certain.
100%. Yeah, you get like stuck in your body. You're walking around kind of like a brick wall, like not like loose at all. And I realized this was like a problem when I was doing sitting in a chair again for the job, like 8 to 10 hours a day. Every single time I got out of the chair, like I was like standing up and like holding my fucking like lower back, like like in so much pain at like, I don't know, 25, 26 years old. Like this is not normal. And then I like to do a lot of different activities like dancing. I dance bachata and salsa. I surf. I've been diving into like Muay Thai and martial arts a little bit. All of these type of like skills, you want to be like lean, agile, functional, and mobile, is not helping me to be this fucking like brick house trying to do all these like fluid, like agile type like activities. Like it was hindering me. So I was like, you know what, fuck this, bro. I gotta get rid of like the size, and I want to get like lean, agile, functional. Which is funny because I was just listening to your podcast with Tommy. And you guys were talking about like the gym and getting big. And like I totally like I get it. I've been doing it for 15 years, but now I'm on a new journey where I want to kind of just like feel good and athletic and mobile, and not necessarily just put on size like for the sake of it.
Yeah, pull-ups. I started doing more pull-ups because Tommy told me to. Even though I already do a lot,
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I got to do more.
Yeah, you guys are talking about just like spamming pull-ups to get biceps bigger. Yeah, right?
I'm like, yeah, I go to the outdoor gym, which like pull-ups are like the only thing to do practically. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
get it.
what?
Yeah.
I'm still not doing enough pull-ups.
Yeah. But that's actually
Uh,
again with the primal movement, bro. There's so many actually like exercises we can do with just our body, like calisthenics, even without bars, like to really get a great workout in. So you don't even need it. Like I haven't even touched a weight in like 3 or 4 weeks, which is a little weird for me, but I'm kind of making this like really full transition um, to where you can still
yeah.
be like,
So, and for the audience, we'll wrap up on the like personal training stuff in a minute. But
yeah.
I do find this kind of curious. So, I'm just reading about the primal stuff. Many programs expand on this with quadrupedal, all fours, animal inspired moves like bear crawls, lizard crawls, or monkey hops for extra coordination and full body integration. So, yeah, dude, you're doing all these crawl. Where do you do all these crawls, dude? Do you go to the park and like do and start crawling around like a
Yeah, you can do it. I like to do it like I'm honestly like prefer like the grass, like the beach, honestly, but you can do it wherever, dude. If I have like a room, like right now I don't have so much space, but like yeah, I'll still do it like in the room and like make space. Like I move furniture around and like do it there. But yeah, mostly like preferably like parks, grass, like beaches, this type of stuff.
okay? And so you're in Bali right now,
Hmm.
in Asia.
Yep.
Um, is there like a instructor or something that you went out to see, or is it like the world experts of primal movement out in Bali?
Nah, so it's funny. No, I've like learned it all like online. There's like an online courses, online certification program. But I actually was in Nicaragua in San Juan del Sur, where I met up with my coach specifically. So we trained together in San Juan del Sur, where he was kind of guiding me through the first phase of like the when you become a coach. Like there's a phase one where you work with your coach on the movements together. Phase two, I'm in right now, where I'm learning how to like educate my own clients, like do movement assessments with them, let them know where their body's like misaligned. And so, yeah, I'm probably soon going to also start doing like group primal movement sessions and obviously one-on-one coaching, group coaching, this type of thing. But yeah, so it's like kind of all the coaches are all around. But my specific coach was in Nicaragua, and I was training with him there.
Got it. And now you're spreading it to Bali.
Yeah. I've been in Bali for a few weeks now in Uluwatu. I'll be here for like another week. I'll go to Canggu in May for the month of May, and then I might do Ubud in June as well. So kind of like these are like the hot spots of Bali. These three parts, they're all different. I wanted to experience like each one, um, and just like check out each one for like at least like a month to get a good kind of grasp on it.
Nice. So I know one thing we wanted to talk about in the episode was like a LATAM versus Asia. I know you've been in Nicaragua a lot, which right? You were living there for quite a few years, and you have Nicaraguan ancestry.
If you're a podcast host or someone wanting to be interviewed on podcasts as a guest, visit podmatch.com. Podmatch automatically connects ideal podcast guests and hosts together for interviews. We always say it works just like a dating app, but instead of connecting you for dates, it connects you for podcast interviews. Podmatch has connected over 85,000 guests and hosts together for interviews that listeners love, all while saving you countless hours of administrative work through built-in automations. If you're ready to level up your podcast interviews on either side of the mic, start today by visiting podmatch.com.
No. So I was in Colombia for like a year and a half. I was in Nicaragua for only like two months actually.
Okay.
I was in San Juan del Sur for 2 months. And then, but yeah, I've been in Latam for like the last like 4 years, mostly Colombia and Mexico, but then like many other parts in South America and Central America too. But only a couple months in Nicaragua.
Gotcha. But Peda has got to be Latino, right?
No, it isn't. No, my dad's from Poland. And but it doesn't really mean anything because like it used to be like Pieda or something, but when the Germans came, they just like totally changed it to Peda. It doesn't mean anything in Polish, but Peda, like if you go to Mexico and I tell them my last name is Peda, they start laughing their asses off. Everyone laughs their fucking asses off, and they'll be like, "Es la verdad?" Like it's your fucking last name, and I'm like, "Yeah." Like, and they die laughing every single time. Like they can't even believe it.
And what is Peda for the audience?
Peda is just like the act. I mean, it can be like you're like the drunkard, like the act of being drunk, kind of just like you're in the party. Like there's a few different kind of like ways to make it out, but it has to do with like kind of like being in the middle of the party, like being drunk in the party. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's like La Peda is the party.
yeah, exactly. So every time I go there, man, I was there and for Day of the Dead. It was in Oaxaca. I went to this like mezcal tour during Day of the Dead, and they found out my name was Peda, and they were feeding me mezcal like nothing else because they were like, this guy like Peda, like you have to drink because you got to live up to your name. It was a crazy night.
It'd be cool if someone's last name was just Party. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, dude, it's funny, bro. It gets the people going. They laugh their ass off like nuts.
I could see it. See it. Like Mexico's so funny. It's like imagine you go to university in the States and you're just like, my last name is Party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's your name? It's like John Party. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess you got.
Well, especially like if you're at like a fucking like fraternity or something party, and then they're like, this guy's last name's Party, like let's make him go nuts. That's how it is in like Latam, pretty much. Their life is a party, so they hear that shit, and it's just like next.
Mexicans are so immature. It just makes me laugh because like if you went to like a normal American like let's just say dinner party or something and like you're just like, yeah, my last name is Party. Like people aren't just gonna be like, yeah, Party.
Exactly, exactly. But
Like
Latin,
oh, Party, cool
yeah,
last name. Like
yeah,
cheers.
yeah.
But like you got in Mexico, you're just like, yeah, my last name's Peda. Everyone's just like, Peda. It's like
Oh my
shot, shot,
god!
shot.
Yeah,
Just can't
exactly.
start dancing. Like, it's so mature,
I
but like in a
can't
good
believe
way.
it. Yeah, yeah. It's just to go absolutely fucking crazy. I cannot believe it. So funny, bro.
There's a difference in approach to life a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought you had a Nicaraguan flag like in your Twitter account for a long time. Am I just
I think
totally
no, I
off
did.
on that or
I think I did because typically I'll put like the location I am.
uh,
So I think I may have put like San Juan del Sur with like a Nicaraguan flag
but
for
in my
some
head it
reason.
was like that for years.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's all good.
Okay. Sometimes we associate too much meaning
Yeah.
to
Fair enough.
So, we'll get to the retreat in a little bit. Tell me a little bit more about, yeah, I guess first month observations in Asia. I know it's new. You've been in LATAM 4 years, Asia 1 month, uh, but you actually are in a good position to compare and contrast a little bit, just because it's fresh to you,
Yeah.
and you have these like the fresh first month observations. So, what are you seeing on the ground?
Yeah, yeah, it's a good question, man. I would say honestly, the first thing, which is kind of funny, is like since I'd never been to Asia before, so far it's still brand new, but like was in Thailand for 8 days, like Koh Samui, Bangkok for a day, and then I've been in Bali for 3 weeks, Uluwatu for a couple weeks, Ubud for another week. The first thing, man, is like I was asking all my friends before I came here, like, dude, like, how's the English? Like, does anyone speak English here? Like, I really had no clue how that was going to be. One thing, man, is like the English, at least in the tourist places that I've been so far, has been like amazing. Like, people speak really great English. It's not even close to like Latam, like where you mostly like need Spanish. Like here, like you get away like with the English like completely, at least in the tourist places.
In Bali.
In Bali and Thailand so far as well. In those two places specifically. Um, I would say the people I talked to my friend Robbie, who I just visited in a part of Bali. He lives in Colombia, has an apartment now. Um, the type of people in Latam, especially at least like Colombia, it's where I spent the most of my time. And here is like they're both super friendly, extremely friendly. But the difference is like in Colombia and Latam, people are so much like warmer and like the obviously like the touchy kind of warm, and like the like warm and welcoming, but here it's like a warm, just like polite in the way like everyone is like smiling, super happy. It almost seems like over the top. Like everyone's bowing to you, smiles. Like everyone bows after everything that they say. Like
Nah.
any interaction you have in Thailand or Bali so far, and people are bowing. Like it's been like it's insane. It almost feels like fake. I don't know. Actually, I think obviously some of them are authentic, and some of them it's just like super hospitable, and like that's their culture. But it's like these two types of warm. Where Latam is this like touchy, like especially Colombia, obviously like welcoming, and here it's like super warm, but just this like insane like politeness so far. So that's been just like these two kind of worlds there. Um, sorry, do you have something?
If you gotta go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go. Just like another thing is like the difference between just like the atmospheres in general. Like here in Asia, it's insanely just like calm and peaceful. I mean, obviously the roads are chaotic with the motos, but like outside of like the roads with the motos, like the atmosphere is just like calm and peaceful as hell, like tranquil almost, just as compared to Latam, where it's just like just feels like absolute chaos. And it's just like you're just like going around Latam, and like I fucking love it. But like you leave the door and you never know what kind of surprise is gonna be. Like you're ready to rock. Like your body is like on alert for whatever could happen. Here it's just like the complete opposite. Like just feels like the safest place in the world, the most like peaceful, tranquil. So it's like a complete opposite like end of the spectrum there. Like you don't I haven't thought once, honestly, about my safety, not like for a second, like getting robbed, anything. So that's been a big difference too. And then food, like obviously Mexico's got incredible food. I think the rest of Latam, the food is pretty similar. Like at least like Colombia, like the Central American countries, it's like a little bit more bland. A lot of like chicken, rice, beans. Here, I mean, the food is next level. Incredible. There's like so many spices. I like noodles and rice, fried rice, but um, really just like a ton of flavor. Like really good.
And this is because where have you spent the most time in Latin America? An idea where
Yeah, most of my time has been in Colombia. Was 2 years in Colombia, probably like overall 4 to 6 months Mexico. But then I've done a month Brazil, 2 months Argentina, 2 months Ecuador, a few weeks Peru, month Nicaragua, month Guatemala,
okay,
few weeks Costa.
that's pretty well spread out
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
spread
I've
out
been,
repertoire.
yeah, yeah. I've been around like the block in Latam.
It's funny. Wow, I didn't know you're so versed in the countries. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, man. It started because I did like it all started off. My launching point was like 4 years ago. Like a backpacking for 6 months, like through like South America. So that's like where it all started. So I got like a good sample size there.
Okay, and I gotta ask, no Colombian girl in tow with you in Asia? You rolling solo?
Yeah, no, I'm solo right now. Yeah, but it's interesting. It's like there are Latinas here, like for sure, which is really cool because that's also kind of like I don't know. I feel like for me, at least specifically, it's like that's like the ideal situation. I think it's like Latina, like the beauty Latina, the energy, but then also like internationally traveled and not necessarily like just from the barrio is kind of like a great. I don't know. That's kind of like wife material type shit for me.
Okay, I was just checking if you were rolling solo or not, because obviously it's a very different travel experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just solo with my living with my boys right now in Bali.
Nice. Okay. What are some other observations that are coming up for you? Just like things you've noticed so far.
Yeah. Other stuff so far. I mean, hmm. There's a lot more like as far as like tourists goes. There's a lot more like Europeans here than it is like in Latam.
Yeah.
Like so many more like like so many Europeans, but like a ton of like Russians here, a ton of like people from like Israel, just like European and Australians for sure. A shit ton of Australians like on vacation here specifically. Whereas like obviously in like Latam, it's like there's some like backpacker like Europeans I think would say, but it's not really like it doesn't feel like so many. So it's like a different type of like kind of nomad too that it's like all around because like just the
Totally.
hours here are tough. Obviously for like people, remote workers like from America. Um, like working American hours. Like the times are tough. Like to be honest, that is the biggest thing. Most Americans here are like entrepreneurs. They kind of have to be because you have to be like on your own hours.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. It's funny how the sort of nomad or expat composition changes depending on where you go.
Yeah.
Like I think in Central America, particularly, it's like very American Canadian dominant because it's so hard to get to from Europe.
Yeah.
Um, Whereas like South America, there's a bit more Europeans because they actually have pretty decent flights to like Argentina, Brazil.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, you know, so it kind of depends. Yeah. So when you and then where in the states are you from, by the way?
Upstate New York, Albany, New
Upstate
York.
New York. I'm in New York. Okay, I love it. You play hockey?
I did not play hockey. No, I have many friends that do though. They played. A lot of them are super good hockey players. Like they played at like RPI and Union, like really good like hockey.
It wasn't mandatory in Albany.
No, man. I played soccer and baseball. But yeah, we have a lot of like yeah, obviously snowboarders, skiers, like a lot of hockey players. We're like 4 hours from Montreal, like in
Yeah,
Albany. It's
yeah, no, I
fucking
know.
it's up there.
I know, I know. Okay, cool, cool. All right. So tell me about the retreat. Is this gonna be your first retreat?
Yeah, yeah. So this will be the first time I'm hosting this retreat in Machu Picchu. I'm really excited about it. I did this exact retreat, like I told you 4 years ago. This whole kind of backpacking, traveling through South America, like popped off, and I went to Peru, the second country, and I went to Machu Picchu, and like it was just one of the most incredible experiences of my life, man. Like I call these that I have all the time, like traveling the world, like kind of like pinch me moments, kind of like those like moments of like awe you experience when you're just doing something like you can't even believe this is real. Machu Picchu was like one of those experiences for me. Um, and so I really wanted to recreate this experience for obviously no like if nomads haven't been, it's going to be amazing for them, of course. Like it's just a special like trek and to get to Machu Picchu and the whole process is really amazing. But really, I would love to bring out like people who haven't even like traveled before, like haven't left the country before, like anyone that is working maybe like a typical kind of like corporate job type thing. Because I just feel like bringing someone who's living just kind of like the typical type of lifestyle like to a retreat like this, trekking through the mountains like in Peru, like making it to Machu Picchu, to have that experience I just feel like would just like blow people's minds, like those people's minds open. And I just feel like it's just extremely like powerful, and I'm just really like yeah, really like passionate about like bringing people on this type of incredible kind of experience, like once in a lifetime type adventure.
Well, you heard it here, people. If I think we have a lot of LATAM hopefuls as well. Like I used to be that. Like before I started traveling, I was like listening to podcasts for years, like mentally prepping.
Yeah, me too.
um,
Me
so
too.
maybe we got some of those out there. So if anyone's listening and you're still working a normal job, this trip could actually work for you because it's September 12th to 20th, eight
Yep.
days. That seems doable as a vacation.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So we need like a day or two at least to acclimate because of the elevation is so high, like in Cusco. But like we'll take like a day or two, like acclimate, explore Cusco. We'll go to the Sacred Valley, explore a bit, and then the trek itself will be 5 days and 5 nights. But yeah, it's an incredible. I mean, it's a Salcante trek, incredible experience. The company I partnered with is amazing. But one day you like trek. It's typically the trekking is between 10 to 15 kilometers a day. Maybe one day is 18. But like one of the first days, like you trek up to like this like snow capped mountain, like highest elevation I don't know around, and it's amazing. And then the next day, you're in like a totally different ecosystem, like it's like tropical, and you're picking like coffee beans, and it's just like, how is this even real? Like, how is this real life? Like seeing like llamas, alpacas, like whatever all around, like wild horses, like along the way. Staying in like hobbit houses, like some nights, like camping out. You get super close to the people you trek with. So yeah, it's just really like an absolutely incredible experience. So I wanted to yeah, just like share that with anyone who even has like an inkling of like a pull or interest in going. Like you definitely won't regret it.
How many people would you bring? Like, what would be the group size?
Probably 10 to 12 people is the is what we're shooting for.
So kind of max out at 12.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a decent sized group too. Like, it's a lot of people to.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But the beauty of it is because I'm partnering with the company that I did it with before, like they're taking care of all the logistics. So like I think something that's tough about people who want to travel for the first time is they're so worried about the logistic parts, right? Like when I land, like how do I get to where I want to go? Like is there Uber? Is my phone going to work? All that type of shit like that you're stressed out about in the beginning, especially when you first start traveling. But all of it's taken care of for you like the driver is going to be there for you like as soon as you land. They're going to bring you to the hotel, the accommodation. Like I wanted to make this as like frictionless as humanly possible because I think that type of like friction of like the details and logistics is what makes people not follow through on these type of trips. So I wanted to make it like as easy as possible so they can just come. They just have to get the plane ticket. They land in Peru and then it's all like taken care of for them.
Okay, so pretty all inclusive. You have the hotels figured out every night of the trip.
All the hotels are figured out. All the food of the trip is included along the entire way. Yeah, it's literally everything's taken care of. I like I said, I want to make it as easy as possible for everybody.
Wow, that's cool.
Mhm.
That is a big helper because that's a lot to think about for sure.
Definitely.
And is this your first time kind of sort of co-leading a trip?
Yeah, yeah, my first time co-leading my own retreat. I've helped other like friends and their retreats as well. I've volunteered at a retreat center before for 2 months in Ecuador. That was my like first stop, and like getting into the world of retreats. I've been on plenty myself, um, so I'm very familiar with it. It'll be like my first time like co-leading it though. But I've been wanting to do this for years, so I'm excited to launch this. Yeah.
Cool. And this isn't like a psychedelic retreat, or is that like an optional? I don't know. Maybe
No,
people. I don't know.
yeah, no, it's no good question. This one isn't. However, where we're going in the Sacred Valley, one day we're just going like to visit and explore. But that area is super known for like plant medicine. So if people not that day, I wouldn't recommend it. Like right before we start trekking. But if people like wanted to stick around longer in Peru after like our retreat, like there's plenty of options if people are also interested like in plant medicine as well, but that's not a part of my trek. Maybe in the future I would include something like that, but not this one.
Okay, I'm just checking. Just wanted to clarify
Yeah,
for myself and the audience. Um, I think I think it's important to qualify to at this point because the psychedelic retreats are so damn popular that like
yeah.
I feel like people almost assume it sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, like kind of. Yeah, you're like, yeah, I'm hosting a retreat like in South America. Yeah, most people probably, yeah, like right
Like,
away
okay,
think it's like,
so ayahuasca, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I remember your podcast with Jay Azeltine too, and you guys
yeah,
were talking about his retreats in Costa Rica with, yeah, like men's retreats, ayahuasca. Yeah, that's super
yeah,
powerful.
which
Plenty
I've
of
never done or anything, and I'm like, okay, guys, like, don't get hurt.
Yeah, 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 exactly. There's I would if you're gonna go that route, definitely just like do your research, go to like credible places. I would just wouldn't go with like some random shaman, random dude you meet on the street who's saying you can take some ayahuasca. It's not a probably smart thing to do.
Ah, shamans. You're not a shaman?
I'm not a shaman, not yet, but anything's possible.
I'm a shaman. No, okay, dude. I think the views, and I can imagine it in my head, like the shit is gonna be sick. We're gonna be on these crazy ass hiking trails with mountains on all side and crazy sunsets and alpacas and goats and stuff. It sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, and it's like a great just like dis it's a I like to say like a disconnect to reconnect. Like no one's really on their phones. Like fucking phone doesn't work out there. You wake up in the morning to like the team, like the partnership team, like they like come to your tent, like they have like coca tea for you ready to go. Like you wake up and you have your like coca tea, like with just like incredible like sunrises, man. It's like no one's on their phone. Like the trek is like a great mixture of like meeting new people and chatting, but also kind of like it is like that challenge like of yourself. Like the days can be like longer, and I think it's a good challenge, and I always think it's good to like do hard things. So it's just very rewarding. Like trek, like the cherry on top is getting to Machu Picchu, but like the journey itself, like over the 5 days, is just like it's just like unmatched, like seriously incredible.
Because there's a lot of different ways to do Machu Picchu, right? Like you can do the trek, you can take the train. There's different
Yeah,
types of treks.
yeah.
Could you lay that out? Actually, would you mind? Like, what are people's options if for Machu Picchu in general?
Yeah, yeah. Some people literally just take the train to get there. Like there's no like trek involved. Like I don't know if the train goes from Aguas Calientes. Um, but I know this, like the Salcante trek, like it's worth it. It's not easy. When my trekking group got there to Machu Picchu, the other tour guides like were showing people around and they like let their groups know. They're like, hey, this group just like made it here after trekking for 5 days. And everyone like started like clapping for us. Like it was like because it's most people take the train and they don't do the trek to get there. Um, but yeah, you can do so. We're doing the Salcante trek. There's also the Inca Trail. The Inca Trail, I haven't done it yet. I actually only did the Salcante trek, but to my understanding, the Inca Trail is much more like much more touristy, like much more people, much more congested. And the Salcante trek has much more kind of like nature view and just like incredible landscapes. And so that's why I chose Salcante before, and I really liked it and wanted to do it again. But so you could trek through the Inca Trail, Salcante trek. You don't even need to trek anything. You could just take the train like most people do. But yeah, there's a handful. There's like plenty of options to get
Cool. And do you mention who the company you're partnering with is?
there. I don't think so. I have no problem like sharing that, but I don't think I put it in the website.
Okay, not to put you on the spot, because you can. And for the spelling, if people are curious about the trail, um, Salkantay, Cante,
Yep, that's it.
just to like get an idea, get some photos.
Yep, exactly. That's it.
Epic. And I think there's also like a misconception where people think that Machu Picchu is like the only thing to do around there, but there's or that it's the only architectural site. But
Yep.
there's actually all these different sites like all around there.
Yeah, there's so many different ruins, man. Like on this trip too, we learned all about like the Incan Empire. Like Cusco used to be like the capital of the Incan Empire. So like we'll also tour around Cusco, like learn more about that. Like I said, I haven't been to the Sacred Valley yet. We'll go there for a day on this trip, so I'm super excited to explore there as well. Um, but then yeah, just like in general, even outside of Machu Picchu, there's like Rainbow Mountain too, which again is not part of this track, but like if people want to stick around even for a little bit longer, like there's so many different things to do like in Cusco, like in Peru, like around. Like it's really it's a great place for adventures. Like Peru's great for like adventure.
Dude, it is. I think it's very underrated for like sick trips.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I mean, like, I know I haven't been to Lima. I know surfing is good there. People don't like it because the weather maybe, or it's cloudy. But yeah, I mean, Peru's massive, bro. And like again, even with the plant medicine, like I haven't been to Iquitos, but I want to go to Iquitos. Actually, I've heard really interesting things about that place. Is like mixed reviews. I know some people hate it, some people like it, but that's like kind of the entrance to the Amazon where so many of these like centers are. So I would like to.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd like to. Have you ever been?
No.
I'd like to go there at some point. I think it sounds interesting.
And so you for this trip you just fly right into Cusco. You don't even actually need to go to Lima.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you'd go. I don't know exactly like the
I mean,
flights
like
to.
maybe you have a layover, whatever, but like you
Yeah,
don't actually
exactly.
have to go to Lima. Get right
Yeah,
into Cusco
yeah, you can.
Airport.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
Adventure starts in Cusco when you get off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Hmm.
I've never actually been to Cusco. I've been to Lima, of course, stuff. So you're tempting me.
Yeah, dude, Cusco is super cool. Actually, it feels. I mean, it's very different. Like I've never been anywhere like it before. Um, like it's again super like indigenous. Like you have all the classic, like all like the llamas walking around, all the colors, like all the indigenous people, and like I it's like very chaotic but like fun too. Like I really like Cusco. It is funny. One thing though, you guys were talking about the gyms in Latam on that Tommy
Yeah.
podcast. The worst gym I ever went to was in Cusco. It was just
Oh yeah.
dog. Yeah, it was just so old and dog shit. Like wooden floors and like weights that like you'd think would give you need like a tetanus shot after type shit. So that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
very, but yeah, like a classic, very classic, like Latam type gym. I always remember that.
Yeah. You got to get like rust. And
Yeah, exactly.
cool. What else do you want to mention about the retreat? Get people hyped up.
Yeah, man. I think this retreat, honestly, like, again, I know it would be like super cool for any nomads, like anyone like who likes an adventure and travel or exploration, but especially for the people maybe who haven't done like a trek like this, maybe for someone who's like at home, hasn't even like left the States or Canada before, like going on a trip like this, like just seeing like just exploring, going on this like type of adventure and just having the space kind of away from like your everyday life, it just kind of zooms things out and puts things into perspective. And I think that's extremely powerful to just be like, holy, you kind of just remind yourself like what's important and like what's out in the world. So I feel like more than anything, if you feel like a little bit like stuck or lost, or like you feel like you need a little bit of like a spark, or you just need some like fucking adventure or exploration, man. Cause people do, they're so stuck in the day to day, in the mundane. Like just come, man, and just like have your mind blown. Seriously, because I don't have any other way to. It's really indescribable, honestly. But it's just really powerful, like to put yourself like in that type of place, like amongst the landscapes, like the Incan Empire, like the trek itself, meeting all the people there, like it's just very special. So like, yeah, I would say just like get out of the mundane, the routine, like everything's taken care of for you like on this retreat. Like you literally have nothing to just enjoy.
Yeah, it'll be a memorable experience. The website's really well done. It lays out the each day of the adventure, kind of what you're doing. I like the Hobbit houses.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That looks cool.
they're awesome.
Where you're gonna stay? Um, one thing I was curious about. So, travel insurance. What do you do personally as an American traveling?
Yeah, so I use Janky. I don't know how to pronounce it. The
Yeah,
Genki, Janky.
Yankee.
The
Yeah.
German one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I use that one. I used to use Safety Wing, but I think I changed over to Genki when I needed to do something for the digital nomad visa in Colombia. Or I tried to apply for it. I actually got denied. But I had switched over to Genki, and that's what I've been on for like the last 4.
So in order to apply for the digital nomad visa, you needed Genki, not Safety Wing, because it
For
had different coverage.
for some reason, I could not. There was a. I don't remember exactly why, because this was a couple years ago that I applied for this process, but I could not apply. I could not use Safety. had to use Genki. I don't remember.
Right. Maybe you could just to be so it explicitly says you're covered in Colombia, or maybe it had a higher threshold or dollar value.
Something
Interesting.
like that. Yeah, something like that. But so since then, I've been on Genki ever.
Okay. Interesting to know.
Yeah.
If
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I remember to drop my affiliate link for Genki.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Right. I'll remind you.
What will also be in the description is a link to your X and also Machu Picchu retreat.org.
Hell yeah.
What's the game plan between now and then? You got a couple months. You're gonna be mostly in Asia,
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna right now again, like I'm focusing on just getting this like coaching certification here while I'm in Asia, like exploring it a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna check out Canggu in May. Maybe I'll check out Ubud in June. And then I'll probably go to Europe for a couple months, maybe like July and August. I don't know. My family like lives in Poland, so I always like to visit my family once a year. Maybe do a little bit of traveling through Europe, and then yeah, I'll be coming back to Latam in September for the retreat, and then I imagine I'll be in Latam for at least 6 to 8 months, maybe, and then maybe I'll come back to Bali. I don't know. It's kind of too far in advance to know.
yeah, yeah, cool. What certification are you doing?
This is the primal movement. Like I'm in the middle. I'm in the movement of in the middle of getting my certification.
Oh, for the Primal one, they have.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, I'm in the middle of getting like that certification right
But it's all online. It's not, or is it part of it in Bali
now.
or in Asia?
Part of it was in person. I met my when I was training with my coach in Nicaragua. That
Yeah.
was in person, but then the rest of it is online.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Where do you? And I already asked, but I'm genuinely curious. So where do you typically do it? Like, you kind of need a lot of space. You just do it in your like kitchen floor, or like you go
Yeah,
outside.
you can do yeah, so I typically have like a yoga mat. I have like knee pads. Like you just it's not always doing crawling. Crawling's like a small part of it. But yeah, it's pretty much you just need the space like you would for like yoga, kind of. So it's
Uh,
like it's ideal to have more space. I like to do it outside, but like I'm in my room right now. Like I can do it like in small space I have here. Because it's again, it's a lot of like mobility. It kind if you looked
yeah.
on the outside, you'd be like, this looks kind of weird. What is it? But it's probably some type of like yoga or mobility. That's kind of what it looks like. But the whole goal of it too is to strengthen again back down this rabbit hole, but like strengthen like your posterior chain. So strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings and your hips because a lot of people are front chain dominant now because from sitting for so long and humans are meant to be back chain dominant. All of our strength and our power comes from the backside. So that's where we're going to get these like that's how we're going to be very athletic and have our the most power and strength and less injuries when the backside of our body is much stronger than the and most people today because of modern day living are like front chain.
I haven't heard that term before. Chain.
Yeah, so it's like the posterior chain and the like front chain.
Got
Mm-hmm.
me looking things up.
Yeah, man, hell yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah, a lot of people don't know about this, but they just know like their back hurts and their knee hurts and they're like it's genetics, but genetics can play a small part, man, but it's not fucking genetics. It's our lifestyle that's affecting this. Like when we're sitting 8 to 10 hours a day in a chair on the couch, our body is molding into this way that's causing us pain. Like that's
Yeah. Once you get in your 30s, you got to stretch for sure.
yeah, dude.
You got to do something like.
It's so important. Yeah,
Well, you ever
absolutely.
do Tai Chi? Tai Chi looks good.
I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted to. I've been doing some
You're over there, bro.
I
You should
know,
try that
dude. There
out.
was a Tai Chi class. I was like, fuck, I want to take it. But I've been doing some like Kundalini yoga classes. I'm like, dude, this is fucking next level. Like, this is awesome. Maybe I'll like, I don't know. I'm gonna do a lot of that, like Kundalini yoga, yeah, Tai Chi stuff while I'm here in Asia. Like I was doing Muay Thai. Yeah, like taking advantage of being over here in Asia, like stuff.
All I know is my back hurts, so I might. I'm open to ideas here.
I'm happy to give you a free movement assessment. I'll let you know, man. I'm happy to give you one for sure.
Oh my god, dude! I started playing soccer again, and I'm like the worst in the league because we didn't grow up really playing soccer. Like we played soccer, but like not really. Like we don't really have the touch,
Yeah, I get it.
And I'm so bad, and you get injured way more than you would think. Like
Oh,
soccer, it's kind of like basketball. Like
yeah,
like basketball. When you're in your 30s and you play basketball
yeah.
or soccer, like you like your back hurts.
Oh, dude, I couldn't agree more. Even like, and that's what again, like I want to like help people do so they have like less aches, pains, and injuries doing sports and stuff. But even when I was in high school, bro, playing soccer, like I left every game like limping, and I kind of played it
Yeah.
like I played it like football a little bit. I was big in high school too, and like just like 50-50 balls, like going fucking like 100% at people. And so I was always coming out limping. But yeah, especially if someone does that shit in when we're in like 30s, like fuck that. Like you're going to be coming out like in some pain probably.
Dude, yesterday I went to go shoot the basketball at the park and just like played some 16-year-old kid like in one-on-ones for an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
are people in their 30s still getting out there like that? You got to be able to. I think a man like you need to be able to just head down in the park and play some kid one-on-one.
100%, man. Yeah, it's super important. Yeah, just because we're people get 30s, 40s doesn't mean it's like it's all downhill from there, man. It's like as long as we take care of ourselves, it can people in their 30s and 40s like say that it's like the best they ever felt in their life. So it's about staying on top of it.
Sick, man. Well, I'm gonna go back and have a think and see if I can make this Machu Picchu retreat work for me. I would really love to. This thing it sounds super sick. Sounds like one of those things you remember the rest of your life. So I'm really excited for your trip, man.
Hell yeah, yeah, dude. I would absolutely love to have you, bro. And yeah, anyone obviously else like has any questions at all, I'm happy to answer anything. But yeah, it's gonna be legendary, man. Seriously, it's really special.
Any last words, thoughts, where to find you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, man, for sure. So yeah, you guys can anyone can find me on X. I believe it's Brandon. Yeah, Brandon Peda 1. Instagram is just at Brandon underscore Peda 111 111. And then yeah, I post like on LinkedIn, the website Machu Picchu retreat.org. Yeah, happy to answer any questions, messages, or just connect about anything. Whether it's Machu Picchu or the primal movement stuff. Like if anyone has any like back pain, knee pain, like any like pain at all, honestly, yeah, just like reach out. Like I'm happy to help you get like realigned and balanced again and make sure you're feeling good and ready to go.
That's cool. And you have a podcast as well, or
Yeah. Yeah. I have a podcast, the Limitless podcast. Yeah.
how many episodes did you do in total?
So I had a podcast with my friend that we had the Higher Purpose podcast. We did 50 episodes. And then my podcast, I believe the Limitless one was like 38 or 40. So I've been overall, maybe I've done like, I don't know, 80 to 90 podcasts or something.
Have you? Wow, that's a good amount.
Yeah, it's funny because I learned it's like if you've done more than like 20 or something, you're in like, or maybe even less than like 10, you're in like the top like 1% of like amount of podcasts. And I was like, holy shit. Most people do not stick.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that post like one episode every 6 months type of thing whenever
Yeah.
they just want to just breeze with someone interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always a good way to go.
Yeah. You've been super consistent with it for like so long, man. It's like kudos to you. How do you always come up with like new ideas and stuff?
Just a lot of people doing interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So I've yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
I've never even had to do a solo episode. I was always like, okay, well, if I can't find a guest, I'll just like rip a solo episode. But
Yeah.
I still haven't had to do one.
That's incredible. That's amazing. That's
So
awesome.
I'm like, I need to run out of guests so I can do a video about Mexico or a podcast about Mexico residency or something.
Yeah.
do a solo episode, but I haven't had to. So we just keep interviewing the greatest minds in the digital nomad landscape.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, I've enjoyed the podcast a ton, man. So yeah, thank you again for having me on, bro.
Yeah, send me on WhatsApp. Send me like the Spotify link to your podcast, so I make sure to get that one in as
Yep.
well.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. This has been another episode of the My Latin Life podcast. Again, our guest today, Brandon Peda. Please subscribe to the My Latin Life podcast. Click that follow button on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you are listening to this. You can also check out Brandon's podcast, Limitless, in the description, and also check out the retreat coming up in September 2026, a couple months from now, from the time of this launch. You still got time to sign up, so go do that. It's gonna be epic. Cool. Ciao for now.